celebration is about the life we still live. And we're taking the time to give importance to those we love. Just do it today. It's taken from Nike. We're gathered today in honor of Wanda. Wanda died over 10 years ago. Well, she's died over the last 10 years, so it was no surprise. I think Bobby is gone. Is Bobby still here?
Yeah, he's here.
Bobby is one of Wanda's brothers. A few weeks ago, the doctors told Bobby that his wife was dying and they had 3 weeks to live. And so his sons and him, they lost their wife real quickly. That was a gut punch to them. We all experience death, and to each of us, it's a different experience. I've tried to look at death in a positive way because the alternative is not acceptable. It's not good. It's not healthy. So for the last 10 years and a half, 10 years is half of Tate's life. And I've told Tal and Tate that they can use this experience as an excuse why they can't make it in life, or why life has been so bad, or they can use it as a reason why they can make it. They've gone through this and they can gain strength through it, and they can be stronger because of it. And that's the way I want to look at it. And right now we're going to get Patrick and Terry up here and all their children. Terry is Wanda's first child, Tal and Tate's sister, and Patrick is Terry's husband, and these are all the grandchildren. And they're gonna play a song, and then I'll come back up here and introduce the next person that's gonna play, and this is kind of the family part of the celebration of life. So thank everyone for coming and enjoying today, and it's a beautiful day to do it.
Helping those who are in need. My life on earth is but a span, and so I'll do the best I can.
And when things got to that point that Mark had to make that decision of you don't need to drive anymore, which you can imagine how tough that was. Mark, you may not even know this, but she called me, because I ride motorcycles, to find out how she could get her motorcycle out. And, you've got to, when I was talking to her, I felt so bad, I just started explaining what all she needed to do. And, this is a person who does not want to lose their independence. But at the same time, she did not want, and she said, I do not want to hurt anybody around me, but I want to be able to go where I want to go.
Life's evening sun is sinking low. A few more days, and I must go to meet the deeds that I have done, where there will be no setting sun.
Today we are celebrating the life of an amazing woman who has impacted many of our lives. I think everyone who got the chance to meet my mother would agree that she had the biggest heart. She was a giver and naturally helped anyone and everyone. Her patience and kindness always ceased to amaze us, and her goofy sense of humor and compassionate soul will forever stay in our memories. And even though she isn't here with us physically, she will always be in our hearts, and I can guarantee you she is watching right now with a huge smile on her face. Growing up, Mom was always the person that we wanted when we were scared, upset, or wanting to talk. I refused to even spend a night away from her until I was in middle school. We shared countless memories with her, like listening to Shania Twain on the way to the mountains, shopping trips, buying towel every shoe possible. You can look in her closet for proof. and sharing our love for Flat Rock sweet potatoes. Beth, you know. I'll never forget the times that Tao and I insisted that we have lice just as an excuse for her to run her fingers through our hair. But what I appreciate the most about her is that she always stood by my side and supported me no matter what, and no matter how ridiculous I sounded. She would drop anything for Tao, Terry, or me, and we are all so thankful for that.
To be a child of God each day, my light must shine along the way.
And I'm not sure, I think Wanda and Mark had already been going to the doctor some, but I went with them down to Emory, and just, you girls, how much she did love you. You know, the doctor at this point was explaining what was going to happen and kind of the time frame. She didn't, the first thing that came out of her mouth was, I'm not going to get to see my girls grow up. That's what meant the most to her. And as I said before, y'all are exactly what she would have wished for and hoped for. Y'all are great.
I'll sing his praise while the ages roll and strive to help some troubled soul.
I will never forget the day we were home alone. I was in the 5th grade and definitely did not know how to navigate my way around Greenville. Right as the door shut behind Dad, she turned to me grinning and said, "Want to do something devilish?" I have to admit that I was a little nervous. Well, very nervous. This had to be one of my first acts of rebellion when we stole Mom's car for the day and just drove to the grocery store and back. Every day was an adventure with her, and we could only make the best of them.
Life's evening sun
Life's evening sun
is sinking low.
is sinking low.
A few more days.
A few more days and I must go
to meet the
deep.
Mom wore a lot of different hats. Mom was a character. There's just no other way to put it. She had a lot of spirit, a lot of passion. She could be really fiery, and she could be one of the most loving people that you could ever be around. And it would come and go. You know, Wanda, as most people knew her, she just left an impression on your life. Sometimes you may not like what she had to say. She got that honest from her mother, and I have that gift of that. So it's good and bad. But she was a good mom. Mom had hard times in her life, but she was a hard worker, and she had goals and things that she wanted to do, and she did them. And for the most part, she lived her life and things that she wanted to accomplish. But I know family was important to her, and I know that a lot of you don't know, but Mom battled this sickness a lot earlier than a lot of us realized. And sometimes it's easy to, think someone's not doing what they should be doing or what's going on with them. But it started a lot younger than I think we all realized.
Mom would spend her days writing inspirational quotes and Bible verses all over the house, dreaming of happier times. For a while, she was convinced it was her time to go to heaven and that she needed to get there right away. She would pack her bags, and I played along, printing her directions to heaven that we found off Google. Since this wasn't as realistic as Mom hoped, our house in the mountains was her getaway. I cherish the memories we spent in Rocky Bottom to this day, and our little cabin will forever be your place in my heart. Thankfully, we were soon blessed with an amazing angel, Beth. Not only did Beth become my mother's caretaker, but she was her anchor, who fought with her until the end. Beth would make her days better, keeping her company and reminding her every day would be okay. We cannot thank Beth enough for investing all her time and love in our mom. I could honestly write an entire book, or maybe 20, of all the amazing memories of my mother. But today, instead of being sad, I hope we can celebrate her wonderful life and find comfort within each other. Among the time I was blessed to have her in my life, she gave me unconditional love, enough to last a lifetime. And nothing in this world can compare to a mother's love for her children. And even though it hurts to think about, I am so thankful that a human being has made this big of an impact in my life. Mom, you will forever be my favorite woman, and I cannot express the words how much you meant and still mean to me. I can confidently say you have finally made it to heaven, and although we still wish we could have you here with us, we can't be selfish, because it's incredible thinking you are happy and back to your old self. I know we will meet again someday, so for now enjoy singing and dancing up there. Thank you for being you, an incredible wife, sister, mother, grandmother, and friend to many. A true blessing that we will never forget.
One of the quotes that I found that I really attributed to my mom was, "All that I am and all that I ever hope to be, I owe to my darling mother." And I can't mean that anymore, because everything that I do to this day stems on what my mom's taught me, whether that's me with my fake ironing next to her on the table because all that woman did was cook and clean. Or buying more shoes because Lord knows she told me how to buy shoes. But I look back and I regret and I hate that I didn't get to know that woman more, because she was inspiring, she was passionate, she was fiery, like my sister said. When you spoke to Mom, you would learn 8 new things about her history. That woman's been around the world. She's seen it all, and she had something to say about everything. And you knew it was coming straight from the heart every time she said it. And I just want to thank all of y'all for coming here today and supporting me and my family, whether you knew her or not. I'm sorry if you didn't have the opportunity to meet her, because she was a blessing on us all. And I just thank you to all of you. Thank you.